Standing here with one of the current architects of the DC universe, the great Grant Morrison. Everyone loves your writing, Grant, and is enjoying your current runs on not only Batman, but the anticipation for Final Crisis. Let's start with Batman, though.
Sure.
Batman R.I.P.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
Yeah, and it does what it says in the tin, Batman, rest in peace. So, yeah, I mean, we're actually going to do it.
I really enjoyed the Batman 666 issue, A Day in the Life of a Future Batman, and the mysteries and all the Easter egg ideas that you planted in that story, and so many different directions. I hope there will be a time in the future where you'll be able to pursue some of those things.
Oh yeah, the whole thing's going to pay off. I mean, one of the things about Batman R.I.P. that we wanted to do was to do for Batman the ultimate evil mastermind story, because that's what Batman's always been about over the years. You know, the dark, shadowy figure who's out to get Gotham or out to get Batman. So I figured, let's do the ultimate dark, shadowy figure, and the revelation of who this is going to blow everyone away. It's like the biggest shock that's been in Batman for the last 70 years.
This has to have been great for you, because you've been able to do so many different kinds of Batman stories in a very quick run, really, when you think about it.
Well, the idea was just, like I've said a few times, the idea was to create something that would allow me to go cover Batman's entire history as if it was the life story of one single man, which then allows you to watch basically a long-term breakdown of one guy who had a fabulous idea for a mission when he begun, and then slowly it began to fall apart, and he lost his friends, and he lost the little kids who were working with him, and suddenly it's to put that man in the spotlight and say, what the hell have you been doing, Bruce?
Final Crisis, we've been teased with a few cover shots. I mean, you know, everyone is wondering, and especially the most recent tease that we saw, that bizarre look of Wonder Woman, that bestial kind of, So, I mean, I'm not asking you to spoil, but clearly you got some crazy stuff coming up.
Yeah, it's a big crossover. I want to do the biggest crossover there's ever been, So it's, again, like the Superman, like the Batman stuff, it's got nods to everything, going back to Flash of Two Worlds and the first Crisis on Earth 1, Earth 2, all that stuff. So there's little elements of all that, but again, it's like everything I'm doing right now is about people dying or the apocalypse. So it's kind of dark, and just as the Final Crisis thing is just pushing that as far as it can possibly go, and it's taking a lot of trends that I see in comics and pushing them to the max to see if we really want it to be like this.
What else is? I mean, and obviously your plate is full with all three of those books. Yeah. But do you have any things coming up that you can just mention in terms of subjects that you might be covering beyond Final Crisis, Superman, and rather All-Star Superman and Batman?
Yeah. Well, I'm staying on with Batman indefinitely, so I've got big plans for that. And obviously after R.I.P. there's a whole new playing field, which is going to be quite interesting. It's again, it's probably not what people expect, but it'll be a very different type of Batman book then. So I'm doing that. All-Star, potentially get a couple more ideas for stories, maybe with other artists, but we're so close to finishing it, like I'm missing them too badly to go and write new stories, so that might wait a little bit. Beyond that, bunch of new Vertigo stuff. And
that's what I was wondering, okay. Because I mean, and everyone loves the mainstream stuff, and it's wonderful that you're able to step in both worlds, the Vertigo world and the DCU world. And, so I'm sure there are a lot of Vertigo fans that are like, hey, the superhero stuff is fine. When are you going to get back to...
Oh, exactly. A lot of those fans of mine from the things like The Invisibles or The Filth, they kind of want me to go back and do the really weird stuff, And I like to come in and do the mainstream, because for me it's like, I do like to do stuff that reaches a wider audience, but at the same time there's nothing like going back and doing your own bizarre head,
Absolutely.
And doing characters that no one else has done, so no one can tell me I'm getting them wrong.
I can't think of a wrong step you've been doing lately. Everyone is really thrilled with, and I'm sure you're hearing it here at the convention as well. And it's got to be.
It's been cool. It's really nice. I mean, you can't let it get to your head, because obviously, but at the same time, it's really good when people start to appreciate this stuff and realise where you're going with it, and realise there was a plan all along.
Well, Grant, honestly, thanks a lot for spending a moment with us.
Welcome.
Continued success. I mean, really, everyone's really enjoying the stuff and looking forward to what comes next. So thank you very much.
Right, thank you. Thanks a lot.